must be getting so much more popular than they used to be. We only used to get maybe like 100 viewers at the daytime stream because we were all about that nighttime stream. But I've been working on overdrive and we've been hitting 2 streams a day like a mad lad. Take a look at these Misties, man. We got some more Misties in the background. What are these? Man, I gotta learn how to make these cards. Let's see if they're any good. Let's see if the quality's any good. These just came in. The mailman delivered the packages just as... these are pretty poor. I can already see. I'm not liking the quality of this sticker either. Oh, wow. It takes a thumbprint instantly. Man. Yeah, I don't know. These two are okay. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't send any of these off to grade. How are these made? I want to know how these are made. They must be printing a sticker, and then they must just be placing the sticker onto an actual card, because the back of the card, oh man, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we'll sell these. We'll go ahead and contact him, let him know that the system he's using to make these cards just aren't high enough quality. They're all scratched up. Yeah, I'll let him know that I probably want to return those. Those just arrived with the mailman. She's so cute. Look at Misty. It's another Misty custom card, but let's not sell those. They're just not up to standard, I guess. The quality on them is not high enough. How much to TCC grade my card? You want me to TCC grade your card, huh? I mean, I guess what I could do is I could order more of those plastic slabs, and I could glue them shut. I don't have an arc welder, and an ultrasonic welder costs like $36,000. So I'm nowhere near doing that. Nowhere near getting to grading cards. However, I feel very educated on the subject now, and if I could just figure out how to print cool labels, I'm sure my wife and I could get a database going on the internet. So in theory, in the near future, we could have TCC grading down the road. TCC grading. Can you grade my mom, TCC? I think she's only a 4, though. Oh, man. Dissing your own mom? Bruh. All right. So what I would like to do is disassemble one of these to find out how they're made. However, since we're going to return it, that's not a good idea. I really think what's going on is these are a simple sticker, and I think he just applies the sticker over cardstock like this. What bothers me here is the cardstock's so poor. He didn't even choose well-centered cards. You know, if you have like a bunch of energy cards, then what you would want to do is make sure that you choose energy cards that are well-centered. These are so poorly centered. Yeah, I'll tell him that these weren't high enough quality. There's YouTube videos on proxy cards. Oh, really? Maybe we need to learn how to do proxy cards. All right, let's put these in a bag and set them to the side. That's too bad. It's a transparent paper. I can send you a video on Discord on how they're made. Oh, very cool. Sounds like it's pretty easy to access information. Let's talk about the pokey news. The Gym Heroes box is sold out. For anyone who wasn't there last night, here it is. It's sold. There's no more packs available. Technically, I could sell one of my packs if somebody was desperate to get into the box break. I know I was going to open up 4, but I guess I could open up 3. So if there's anyone desperate enough who wants to buy one more pack, you can contact me, and I'd probably consider it at least, especially if I knew you. We have the Ultra Prism Reserve Booster Box. It's got 2 people in it. The Misty's Tears is sold as well. The Misty's Tears Custom Booster Box sold out, and we opened it up, so everyone got their cards. And who was it that won the Misty? Oh, it's not there anymore. So the Misty's not behind me anymore. I put it in the shipping box. I don't remember his name. One lucky man pulled the Misty's Tears. He pulled like a $1,300 card, so he's probably jumping up and down when he found that out. And the next box, the next custom booster box is for this lovely Vaporeon. Okay, we have a really fancy Vaporeon. There are 40 custom booster packs in the booster box, and each spot is $38. I'll go update the description to point that out. And similar to the Misty one, everyone will get a booster pack with a pull in it. You might get a full art, you might get a V card, or you might just get some hollows, okay? Let's go update the customs. So the large should say 38. And the chase card this time is Vaporeon PSA 10 Japanese. I should say Japanese jungle. All right, let me save that. So that is updated. You guys wiped out the live custom boosters last night. I don't know why they were so popular, but you guys absolutely destroyed those. I have fresh shiny fates. So we have shiny fates again now. That was nice. We got some shiny fates in the mail just before the live stream started. That's crazy because last night we opened up our last ETB of it. So I got just enough to make it. Just enough. Pretty cool. All right. How's it going, everyone? What's up, Stark? Are we on live chat? Nope. There we go. We're on live chat. They sold out the large customs already. Wait, what did I find? When are you making a custom card? People here will definitely send for you. Mr. Charmando, I've met up with the guy who is going to make me some custom cards. And he has worked with me to get my little logo on it. And he's picked out a character for it. You guys want to see what it looks like? I can show, well, I will show you an image in the Discord server, okay? I'm going to post it in, where should I post it? I'll post it in Pokey. Well, it's kind of lewd, but it's not truly lewd, you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't get you in trouble. It's kind of like a Victoria's Secret model kind of picture, right? That kind of thing. You got a girl and she's in a bikini, that kind of thing. Let me go look it up real fast. It's not super provocative, but it's a little bit provocative. So I'm going to go grab the image. We were talking about designs for a while. Tell you what, I'll show you part of the image. How about that? If I can find it. Oh, here we go. So I'll post it over in Imgur, and you guys can tell me if you think it's good or not. Did I say Imgur? I'll post it over in Pokestan. He has his image up in Imgur. That's what's going on here. Also, this guy who sold me the rings, I bought these rings and they look really good until you actually receive them. Then they're terrible. All right, here we go. And I tell you what, maybe not Pokestone. Where can I post this? I'll post it in the politics channel. How about that? Then I'll delete it later. All right, I posted it in the politics channel. You guys can go vote. Give it a Y for yes and an N for no if you don't like it, okay? So you guys can vote on that. And in the meantime, yeah, I'll delete that a little bit later in a minute or two. In the meantime, we've got TCC grading. New TCC grading, high quality grading, probably better than PSA. Woo! So I'm ready to start selling your mom cards. Oh, my wife and I think we've made up our minds on where to move. It's taken a long time and a lot of thinking for us to decide, but we are probably going to try and move to Lake of the Ozarks, which is something we were talking about last night. You know, we spent what felt like years trying to figure out what would be the best place to move. We looked at all kinds of states, and really one of the things we decided, we wanted to move next to water. Well, we didn't want to move to California because it's so hard to build wealth in a place that has high taxes and a high cost of living. That was also why we said no to Hawaii. And then we thought of maybe like Texas, but we think that Texas is too hot, similar to Florida. Florida's too hot. You know, they have like 2 seasons, summer and extreme summer. Those places get really hot. So we settled on North Carolina because North Carolina is higher up the hemisphere and they actually do have a little bit of a winter where it cools down. But you know, we were doing a little more research last week and North Carolina is right in the pathway of some pretty strong hurricanes. So we decided maybe that's just not a good idea. So we started looking around at maybe like lakes we could move to. Funny enough, we have Lake of the Ozarks right here in Missouri. So we were researching Lake of the Ozarks and it looks pretty nice. It looks pretty nice. And we're both remote workers. I work on YouTube. She works full remote as an engineer, a software engineer. So we could move to a place like that and it doesn't really matter if there's any jobs by us, right? We can actually live really far away from her workplace because it doesn't matter. She doesn't have to go into work. She just works from home. So we're going to try and go house shopping in Lake of the Ozarks. So we'll see what happens. Mr. Jason says, I just refinished rewatching, and it looks like you skipped both my spots. Who's this? Is this Jiggly's? Let's look you up, man. Actually, Give me a second. There was another guy who mentioned that. Man, I need to make a website because I feel like this happens a lot with YouTube. We will get it all sorted out, I promise. So let's start by talking with the first guy who said that. Oh, where is he? It wasn't Johnny P, right? He says, this is Jiggly's. Was it you who mentioned it the first time? Let's see if it was. Oh, that's not Jiggly's. Jiggly, send me a message on Discord real fast, will you? I'm trying to find the guy who mentioned this to me last night, or this morning. I should have saved his message until I serviced it. Weedian. It's so hard to do this on Discord because everyone has a different name on Discord. Give me a minute, I'm still looking. Have you realized the Netflix series called The Ozarks? Yeah, when we started talking about moving to Lake of the Ozarks, one of the things that happened is you guys all mentioned, oh, Lake of the Ozarks on Netflix. We've never watched that. We actually, both of us grew up here in Missouri, so we've always known about Lake of the Ozarks. We just didn't consider moving to it. What's up, Jason Van? All right, we'll start with you, Mr. Jason Van. Let's go find your stuff. All right, do a quick search. Yeah, so we grew up in Missouri, and we've always known about Lake of the Ozarks, and I believe when I was real young, I had this fantastic vacation. It was on a really massive and maze-like lake with my quite wealthy aunt and uncle. They had parents who opened up a large business. It's actually a pretty large business, like a corporation. So their parents owned a lake house, and one year my parents took us. We were really little kids, but they took us to this lake house. It had sea-doos, it had large boats. I believe that was Lake of the Ozarks because we didn't leave Missouri to go to this thing. All my relatives met up there, and it was fantastic is what I remember. So I believe I've been to Lake of the Ozarks once, and my wife's never been to Lake of the Ozarks. I'm almost like 90% certain that was Lake of the Ozarks. So I've been there once, and it's pretty cool. Okay, Jason Van, according to this, you made one order on March 1st. Hey, mister, love that you brought back the large. Love you and Kitty. 2 lucky spots in the large custom booster, please. All right, Jason, that's the only order of yours that I've received. It was on March 1st for two spots in the large custom booster. And if we didn't place you in there, then we should get you a refund. Is that what we're saying? Or we can move you onto the new list. Let's see, where did I put the old list? Ah, yes. It's just like the good old days. Searching for used up lists. I don't know where the other list went. Let's see what Jason Van said in this message. He says, it looks like Sean Leon has 2 spots and I'm placed right in between. You went from spot 5, then jumping to spot 8. Oh, I see what you're saying. Jason Van, you're saying I never opened your packs, and actually I know exactly what you're talking about, because after it was over, I had these. Here it is. So your packs were put on the list, but they weren't opened. I got 2 packs for you here. We've got Holographic Cranidos and Butter Freebie. All right, there we go. Can I throw you a bonus too for missing you? I'm gonna toss you a bonus because you were missed. I got this. Let's see. I'll give you this War Turtle. That was from spot 14, okay? So there you go, mister. That's for Mr. Jiggly's Jason Van. Let's go find Jason Van's bag. So the Misty had already been pulled at that point. The only thing you had a chance for were kind of pulls just like that. Not sure if it's been shipped yet. Oh, not sure if it's been shipped yet. Okay. Well, I would have messaged you if it had been shipped. Here we go, Jason Van. Mr. Jiggly. You're so jiggly. I love that Flareon. You sure you don't want to give me that Flareon? I'll give you 2 hugs for it. I'll trade you my your mom PSA, I'm sorry, TCC 10. All right, he says, Mister, maybe we'll hit 15K during the box break. That would be pretty surprising if we hit that many. I don't think that will happen. I have a doubt. Maybe we'll get 1,000 viewers, though. I've seen that happen before. I don't think we'll hit 15,000 viewers. That would surprise me. I will trade you the Flareon for some of Kitty's hair. Bro, I'll get you a whole box of Kitty's hair if you want to trade for that. I can see people are ordering cards. Let's see what you guys want to open today. So, Mr. Ryan Hutch says 3 Shining Fates. Hello, Ryan. Welcome back. Thanks for waiting. I always kind of give the stream 15 minutes for a line to form before I start opening things. This makes it so that people can't, like, snipe the wigged box or anything like that. We're trying to avoid that kind of situation. Is the box break today? The box break is on Friday night, okay? I posted the time of the box break in the announcements channel. It's going to be 8 p.m. Pacific if you're living in California, 10 p.m. Central if you're living in Texas, or 11 p.m. Eastern if you're living in New York. Okay, so now you know it's this Friday. So very soon. Oh my God. There you go, Mr. Ryan. That's all you needed. Charizard VMAX. All right, that's the end of the stream. See you guys. Just making sure we didn't miss anything when we swept through there real fast. There we go, man. That was from the previous order of Shining Fates, by the way. So we just got fresh Shining Fates in. These cards sitting here on the table, these were already opened up. So these were from the previous ETBs. So we got Charizard. Maybe we got another one sitting in those other ETBs, hopefully. You're also picking up Drizzle? Damn, dude. Ryan Hutch, was it worth the wait? It was worth the wait, don't lie. And Crameron, all right. That's right. I try to get you guys as many Charizards as we can. That means we have now pulled, is it 5? I think we've pulled 5 Charizard VMAXs in very few packs now. Come on, that's got to be like a record or something. 5 Charizard VMAXs. And Mr. Ryan Hutch, your Charizard can now be sent off Tier 1 for as cheap as $30 if you'd like. It won't come back for a while, but it'll be as cheap as $30. Okay, and let's grab his bag. Mr. Ryan. That's because of the changes they made. Remember, they made it more expensive to grade cheap cards, but actually it also got cheaper to grade expensive cards. It's kind of a trade-off, and it's a good trade-off if you're like Ryan pulling a Charizard. If you want to do something faster, like Tier 2, it costs much more at Tier 2. It costs $135. Gym Hero spots are sold out. That's right. I have 4 packs for myself. I'm open-minded to selling off one of the 4. So you can contact me if you desperately want to be in that box break. Okay? Would you like to donate the Zard? He's got the gun out. Scott Riley, what's up, Scott? He says, I'll have 6 packs of Vivid Voltage and 2 Ultra Prism. Okay? Scott Riley. What's the cheapest slab you have for sale? That's a great question. I don't actually even know that answer. I don't have a lot of cheap slabs left. So 6 packs of Vivid. You got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can we join a wait list for those who don't want their Gym Heroes packs anymore? What? What? What do you mean? Snip. Snip. Who's saying that? Are you saying you want to sell your pack back? I can refund you for your pack and make it available for sale again. Paper hands don't fold. That's right. Something like that. We've got Regirock Zekrom. Well, you know, we've announced the opening of the box. I really shouldn't accept refunds at this point. Now that I'm thinking about it, that could mess things up for people. Do you still have any spots left for the PSA 10 Naked Misty? Nope, those are all sold out, and we are moved on to a new large booster box for Vaporeon Jungle PSA 10. We've got Colossal. Look at this Colossal. It's so smixy. And Meowth. Pokemon's really trying to get us to like that Colossal. He's been in a lot of the sets, if you haven't noticed. They give him a whole bunch of cards. And Choodle. Very good. All that for Mr. Scott Riley. Congratulations, Scott Riley. Doot. Man, all these bulk are really, it like makes me nervous all the time. I've been waiting all day for you. I'm sorry, man. I'm starting a little later today. Started a little bit later. Brian Veloso. What's up, Brian? He says 1 round of Battle Styles. Anything from Mr. Brian. Anything at all. He just wants to pull a hyper rare. Come on now. These packs are sticking to each other. There we go. Who wants some Pokemons? Yeah, if my wife and I can move to a new home, that would be so nice. I would try to set up an office area, and I'll get a whole bunch of shelves. Everything will change. Is this how you open up packs nowadays? What, exactly the same? Nothing changed. Pack number 2. Oh. Just one Flapple for Mr. Brian. Brian, let's see if you're on the top or bottom. Here you are. Box break is on Friday. That's right. How much for TCC grading? All right, we're getting TCC grading out right now. Kelby Daloon, 3 shiny face, Mr. I have a bag. Maybe I should try to do some grading using like Gorilla Glue to maybe like turn some profits grading and use those profits to fund a ultrasonic welder. I don't know. I'll think about it for a minute. Maybe we can experiment with it right now. I got Gorilla Glue right now. So 3 shiny fates for Mr. Kelby. Let's get it. Kelby, if only you'd order slightly earlier, you would have pulled a lovely Charizard VMAX. If only. Who won the Misty? I don't even remember his name. He has probably got a very hard PP though, because that is a $1,300 card. I mean, even if you argued it's less than that, it's still pretty close to 1,000. Quite a nice card. Oh, we have something new that came in. I forgot about it. I bought these a while ago. I've been waiting for them to arrive. You guys want to see what they are? Now, they're not Pokemon cards, but they're Pokemon card related. Well, they're Pokemon related. Let me grab one. Give me a moment. So, you know, on this channel, we sell a lot of cards. And one of the things I wanted to do was try to sell some knickknacks as well. Because, you know, we might as well. I don't want to just be reliant on cards alone. All right, so we got these. So these are little glass keychains with the little laser Pokemon in the center. And if you turn them, a light turns on. How cool is that? Huh? So you can have that on your keychain now. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it would be cooler to show it off in the dark. How neat. And it comes with a little box and a little spare battery right there if your battery runs out. So I don't even have a price on these because I don't remember how much they cost me. I was probably going to do something like $15, I think. But I don't want to promise you that price because I don't remember. So you could get like a little Pikachu keychain and attach it to a key. It could be nice if you need to open up a door in the dark or something like that. I don't know. Is it heavy? Not too heavy. It's a pretty small thing, so it's not any more heavy than you might think it would be. All right, let's see. Mr. Kelby, batteries sold separately. Let's go ahead and get Mr. Kelby's Shiny Fate started. Snipe. Snipe. Let's get you some Pokemons. Pack number 1. Corvisquire. All right. pack number 2. What do subscribers get? They get a whole booster box of Gym Heroes First Edition, valued at $30,000. Every subscriber does. And we've got Nickit. Woo! Mister, where's my Pokemons? Can I get one of my cards graded with TCC and Gorilla Glue? Oh, man. That'd be pretty wild, wouldn't it? That would be pretty wild. Me, 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 me. So, Kelby, let's find your bag. Getting that Gorilla Glue out, like the girl with her hair. We'll play around with it. We'll play around with it. I'm curious. I guess if we discover that you could use something like Gorilla Glue, and Gorilla Glue is really strong. It's not a joke how strong it is. It's basically, you see, I had to understand these glues when I was younger because I was a woodcrafter, and woodcrafters use glue all the time. And basically, there's certain types of glue where they're not like the glue you're used to. They're not like Elmer's glue that you used for school products. These glues are like industrial glues. And what happens is there are two chemicals that when mixed, they become a hard plastic. So they're actually, they become plastic, often called epoxies or cements. So you lay it down on the surface, you connect two pieces of plastic or wood, and then when the glue actually dries, it's equivalent to having actually just dried plastic. And that's what the glue does. It's very hardcore stuff, stronger than super glue even. Okay, so you've heard of super glue, but the kind of stuff Gorilla Glue works with is a type of epoxy cement. That's what it is. So it's very, very strong. And have you guys have seen my stuff before? How many of you guys haven't seen the old vases I turned? Let me show you real fast. Some of you guys haven't seen this. So when I was like 15 years old, I was doing wood crafting in my dad's garage. And I got into, here it is. I got into wood crafting and I made stuff like this. And you can see a segmented turning is made out of cut pieces of wood that are actually glued together. Okay, this is quite heavy. And a bolt chuck holds it by a foot right here. So there's a bolt chuck. The bolt chuck is attached to an engine that spins at high velocity. So this could spin at about 2,000 RPM, and then you would take a blade up to it and chisel it, right? You'd cut it. So I used to work, look, there's like spider webs in here. I used to work with powerful glues when I was a kid, because you don't want this spinning at 2,000 RPM and then exploding on you, which occasionally that did happen actually. So the glues are much tougher than you realize if you're working with epoxies and wood glue and Gorilla Glue and certain cements, right? So I'm pretty familiar with these glues. Wow, this is so bad looking. This is supposed to be a bright red, but it's sun bleached. All right, I'll be back. I'll put it away. So anyways, I would be curious to see if you could use something like Gorilla Glue on a plastic slab and how well it could hold it. My wood is so nice. Oh, thanks, man. I know. I know it, baby. Oh, man. So much sunlight coming in. Let's close these blinds up. Getting a little too bright. Okay. Who wants to open some Pokemons? We did Brian, we did Kelby. Mr. Augustin, hello Augustin. One shining face, third time's the charm, I have a baggie. Mom, close the curtains. Time to wake up. We got Frostmoth. Sorry, mister. You're gonna buy a team up pack. Uh-oh. Team up's expensive. I almost wonder if it's too expensive. This is for Augustin. Andrew, Alex, Andrew. Might take it down and not offer team up anymore. There's certain packs I don't offer because the price is so high. Oh, here we are. Augustine. Next up, we have Mr. Christopher Martinez, who wants 5 Shiny Fates, 5 Ultra Prisms. You got it. All right, there we go. And 5 Shiny Fates. Come on, Charizard. So these are coming out of a fresh ETB that comes out of a totally different order that the other Charizard was not related to, the one we just pulled. So hopefully, double Charizards. That's what we're looking for. I have a Brack. Is that a bad rack or a butt rack? All right, what else we got? We've got, oh, Surfetched and Cinderace. By the way, which mods are here today? We got any mods? Can I TCC grade my cards for $10 each? That's right. Well, I don't know if we could do that right now, not in the middle of the live stream. Let's go, mister. My 3rd Charizard. Well, you got Surfetched. That's a good start. Rowlet. And Snom's pretty cool, too. He's got the little butt face. I think Snom's a nice one. He looks good. And finally, just holos. No Charizard this time, mister. 1 subscribe gets you 1 chalky milk. We will wait 9 months for TCC grading. Dude, what if I moved out to Lake of the Ozarks and started a grading company? That'd be cool as hell. Okay, Christopher, let's find your bag. Do you have a bag? I think we shipped you recently. Callum, Christopher Martinez. Yes, you do. Let's go ahead and slide these in. Woo. And next up, we have Sung-Hoon Lee. What's up, man? Time to snipe 3. Vivid Voltage. All right. The Vivid Voltage snipe. You forgot to open those. Oh, what did I forget? He says my Ultra Prisms. Oh, there's a little confusion going on. So, Mr. Christopher Martinez, if you look in the chart, the Ultra Prism are by reserve only. So this is a reserve list. You can see there's 36 packs. When all 36 packs are sold, we open the whole box. I'm sorry, there was a little bit of confusion on that. I didn't forget them. I put you onto the reserve list. See, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs. He says, oh, yeah, that's why it says reserve. In the description, it says reserve right next to it. If you need to, I can work with you to get these refunded, okay? He says, makes sense. The reason we're doing this is because I'm only going to have 1 box of Ultra Prism available. I want to make sure that people can't snipe that box. They have to have a fair chance, just like everyone else, to get a pull. Of course, that's good for everyone because it means that you also don't buy out of an already searched box, right? Like you could have walked in today, you don't know if the box has already been searched, and you could have been the guy minesweeping an already searched box. You don't want to do that. All right, here's the Vivid Voltage for Mr. Lee. What you got? We got Toucannon and Sableye, and finally, last but not least, Whismur and Togekiss. All right. Woo. Cheese is only here for the sex. I will sex with anyone. DM me. Oh my god. This is the epic moments we get from like crazy people who come in here to say the weirdest things. And do you already have a bag? I don't know if he has a bag. Let's go looking for his bag. How do we become mod? You must ascend. Here we are. You've already got a bag. Very good. I will sex with anyone. DM me. God, man. Theo Lang. Hello, Theo. He says, 3 Rebel Clash, mister. 3 Rebels. 3 Rebels smash. How's it going, Alejandro? All right. Time to pull nothing but Charizards. Sneep. Sneep. Got lots of Sneeps. And Hatterene combined with Nugget. And finally, Metacam. I'm sorry, mister. Those were 3 cold packs. Hey, mister, I just sent you a message on Discord. You only gave me 1 of the packs for Misty's custom last night, and I purchased 2. Says Alex. Interesting. Interesting. All right, this is for Mr. Theo. That actually makes a lot of sense, mister. Let me explain why. Because, in fact, there was 1 more slice pack. See, this slice pack never got opened. You see, this is where they were all located, right? Well, there were a total of 3 unaccounted for slice packs. I think I accidentally missed them. And here it is. You pull holographic Zekrom with Ghastly and Caterpie. But you know, just like the other guy who I accidentally missed his pack, I'm going to toss you a bonus because I wanted to apologize for missing that. I already knew it had been missed. I just didn't know who it was. Let's go ahead and get you your Eevee. So now you're taking home a beautiful Eevee full art. Wow. So nice. So nice. There you go, mister. A little bit better than probably what you would have pulled, because most of the packs were just hollows, obviously. All right. And this was for whom? Where'd he go? For Alexander Hurst. Here's your bag. I'll make sure the next round we make sure to hit every pack correctly. Which one is the Metal Charizard? Let me show you, mister. It's a pretty lovely card. Here it is. Oh. This is the custom first edition Charizard card. Just a fun thing, really. Kind of like the keychains. I just showed you guys those keychains. Okay, let's go ahead and refresh. Right, kitty? Wish I had a little stand to show the keychains off by. I could display the Charizard on the table, but there's so much limited. The real estate on the table is so limited. There's not a lot of space. Let's make sure we haven't missed anyone. Sometimes people load in later. Nope. All right, now we got Mr. Jansen McNeil. Happy Wednesday. 1 wig pack. You got it, Jansen. Mr. Jansen. Boop. Ah, you got Eevee Snorlax full art. Congratulations. We don't want to block your mom TCC 10. What? What? All right, Jansen. Oh, man, I have a little bit of a headache coming on. That's no good. What did I eat today? I ate some mini tacos. Not good ones either. They were little frozen ones. Ugh. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Mr. Juan Gonzalez, let me get 3 wig packs. Make them heavy, please. And a spot in a large. All right. You're the first one, mister. Congratulations. You know what I used to do, though? I remember this. We would start out on we'd start out on number 5 because people have superstitions about which pack will win. There you go. Juan Gonzalez, number 5. I remember that. But then spot number 1 and the last spot would win all kinds of... we'd have many rounds and you'd see them win every now and then, just like you would expect them to. Now, 3 regular live custom booster packs. Let's see what you get. Pack number 1. It's a round of Japanese hollows. It's actually like 3 of them. It's kind of cool. Well, here, we'll set these down. Pack number 2. Oh, that is Rocket's Machop. So cool. And actually, these are from XY Evos if you want them. And then this is Decidueye Hollow. All right. Sorry, mister. No instant PSA card. I have a little bit of a headache coming on. What's that all about? Kitty, I'm not allowed to have a headache. I got to stream. I wonder what like TV news reporters do when they feel a headache coming on. You think they just hit up with some painkiller like immediately? I bet they do. Mr. Gonzalez, let's find your bag. Justin, here we are. Did I miss the gym hero? You missed it! We already did it! Ah, darn it. You'll have to come back next year. No, we haven't done it yet. It'll be on Friday. Ramiro, how's it going, Ramiro? 5 Shiny Fates, 3 Vivid Voltage, 2 McDonald's. Wow, that's a really large order. How do you guys go so deep all the time? I'm always shocked by it. Okay. And 2. And then also 5 shinies. We got 5 here, we got 3 here. So we're going to go get some fresh shinies. How's it going, Mr. Thomas G? I smoke weed daily and don't get headaches. What? He's smoking pot. What do you think of that, kitty? Boop. Kitty. Don't do it, kitty. I can see it in your eyes. Kitty. You're looking pretty crazy there. She's looking pretty crazy. All right, well, actually, you will get these 3. These are the oldest 3. And then you'll get these front 2, right? So total 5. That's a big order. Hopefully some beautiful cards in there. I don't smoke a lot. It makes me lazy. Does smoking pot make people lazy? That's no good. Smoking pot. Man, all you need is a line of coffee. You gotta get pokey rich, man. High energy. Sneep. Woohoo! I love being productive. You know what's nice about being productive? It doesn't matter if you're, if you're running a small business or maybe you're working a corporate job or whatever it is you're doing. If you're out there working your tail feathers off, one day, it's hard to appreciate this. People struggle with long-term planning. I think that's what it comes down to. One day, you can buy something nice. That's what people forget about that. You know what I mean? People forget. When you work really hard, eventually, you afford something really cool. It's all worth it in the end. So someday, I hope to be riding Sea-Doos on the lake. It's not for nothing. All the work I put into life so far, I really struggled. Getting through school. All right. Reverse Hollow Charizard. Look at that. Sweet. He's looking a little thin on the right border, though. Oh, this is the McDonald's card. We've got Grookey. What are your thoughts about Modern eventually becoming vintage? I think it'll take 20 years for it to become vintage. And that's a long time. So if you think you're going to make it that far, you really got to love Pokemons, okay? And I think in 20 years, these Modern booster boxes will be selling similar to the way the WotC boxes are selling. And also, the WotC boxes will probably all go up in price to like $100,000. Guess the code card's still in there. Oh well, just get thrown away. Here's a Veltol. Is the Naked Misty booster going to be open in his own stream? How's it going, Sten? If you're talking about the large custom booster that had the Misty's card in it, it was opened last night, so be sure to hit up that live stream and go rewatch it, okay? Yeah, it's already been opened. That's because the large pack sold out and it was time to open it. All right, Ditto and Obstagoon. And we have a new one going for Vaporeon 10. 50th anniversary of Pokemon gonna be wild. That's right. And we'll all be really old boomers. Everyone alive here today watching this live stream, you're going to be old. And I'm going to be super old. I'm going to be an old man. You're going to be like, man, this guy's got wrinkly hands. I'll be like, yep. That's how life goes, I guess. All right, time to get depressed. No, I'm just kidding. I thought we could just stay young forever. Nobody told me I was going to get old. Should have warned. Life should come with a warning label. Let's see, are you over here? Some of us won't make it. Maybe you will. Maybe they will have all kinds of new science and technology in medicine. I hope so. I hope they do. Can't we just live forever? Forever young. Yeah, and that's why money is just money. You got to remember that part too, you know. In the end, it's just money. You don't take it with you. And I feel like something young people, I'm pretty young still, technically 32. I feel like something we're not told enough from Hollywood and politicians and big corporations. We're not told enough to settle down and have a family, because we're all told we need to have more stuff and we need to have more money and blah, 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 blah. Nothing's more valuable than having a family of your own. And they really did not teach me that in the 90s. They were telling, there was so much scare and fear about, oh, teen pregnancy, oh, you can't get pregnant. Everyone's pointing down at you if you have a child too young. It's like, they just want you to get old and work for a corporation. They don't care about if you have a family or not. They all have families. That's the funny thing. All the CEOs and everything, they all have nice families. They don't really care if the workers do. So you need to have your own family. That's part of your wealth. It's probably the most important part of your wealth. You know, having enough money to eat and drink is one thing, but having a bunch of gold bars, in the end, they're just gold bars, aren't they? So anyways, let's refresh and see if we got more Pokemons to open. All I know is that this is the best Pokemon card I've ever had on the table. What card is in the big wig, mister? Are you talking about this right here? Large booster box is $38 per booster pack. And the card in that one is this beautiful guy right here. So this beautiful Vaporeon will be in the box. But yeah, seriously, you don't take your gold with you, but your children live on. If you think about it, we're all alive and have an ancient bloodline back to our ancestors. So it's pretty fantastic that we're all alive today. It's really remarkable when you put it into perspective. We had ancient ancestors who made it all the way to this point in a sort of genetic way, I guess. You got to keep that going for them. Don't disrespect them. They got it all the way this far, and then somebody's going to say something along. I hate it when people say this. They're like, I'm not going to bring another child into this twisted, messed up world. It's like, it's always been twisted and messed up. Have a baby. I hate it when people give that kind of advice, because it's such terrible advice. It's like, you know, far worse things have happened throughout history. I couldn't possibly bring another child into the world. Sometimes when I hear people say that, I think they're just avoiding being parents because they don't want to have to be a parent. You know what I mean? And I totally relate to that. I had 11 siblings. You had to change diapers, poopy diapers, screaming kids. All right, let's see. We are done with Ramiro and moving on to Sean Leon. Sean, how are you going so deep, man? He says, howdy, mister. Hope your day is going well. 5 McDonald's packs, please. Pikachu, I choose you. He also wants 1 large custom booster. I have a bag. All right. 1 large custom booster. Sean Leon. Yeah, we all had ancient ancestors. Everyone alive today has had ancient ancestors that happened to make it through all the famine and all the wars and all the stuff. And you should keep it going, you know? Even if you're a nihilist, why end it? There's no reason to end it. Just like there's no reason to keep it going, well, there's no reason to end it either. All right, 5 McDonald's packs. I'll be right back. I gotta go get them. Every one of our ancestors got laid. That's right. Keep it going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, look at these Pikachus. 1, 2, Sun and Moon more expensive than XY. 3, 4. You know what that means? It means some XY is underpriced. That's what that means. I think people are less familiar with XY, you know? XY was really over when this big Pokemon boom happened. Mr. Sean, what are we going to pull? Come on, Pikachu. Sneep. All right. Rainbow Rare started with S and M. We got Totodile. All right, Totodile. Roaring Skies was the best till Shaman EX ban. Here's Chess Spin. He's spinning his chess. Can I ship vintage cards for you to grade? That is totally possible, okay? So you'll have to reach out to me on Discord to get that started, though. I have a number of people that have me do that. We got Chess Spin again. And, come on. Piplup. Oh, there's a non-holo Pikachu. New member, Joseph Johnston. Is it Johnston or Johnson? You got a Pikachu, but not the Pikachu, huh? McDonald's Pikachu PSA 10 sold for $17K. Probably shills, though. Yeah, I would value the Pikachu from McDonald's at about the $300 to $400 point. Based on prices and based on likelihood of getting them to be pulled to 10 and the cost of grading, you could probably get one for yourself around the $400 to maybe $500 even. He's real popular. I tend to underestimate how popular Pikachu is. I tend to underestimate him. Sean Leon, Scott. Here we go. I tend to underestimate the Pikachus. Mister, there's a graded 9 McDonald's. Can I ship you a Golden Turbo Patch, Darkness Ablaze, Raikou Amazing Rare for one of your Melodic V Full Art PSA 9s? I don't have any more of those Melodics. They're all sold out. Next up, we have a bill for Mr. Juan. I think he wants... What, somebody's asking me to pay $15 for something. I don't understand. Okay. Here's a headache suppressor, 5 live custom boosters for Sean Leon. You ready, Sean? Good luck. Pack number 1 is Krabby. Pack number 2, it's Gyarados. Hey, I like that Gyarados. Pack number 3. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. I like this Holo Lucario. That's 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh! 4 is 1 Shining Fates ETB. And 5 is Eevee Charizard. All right. Oops. Mister, can't just be opening all these Pokemons. Be careful in those custom boosters, man, because you could have pulled all cold ones. I say that all the time. Nobody ever regards that. They just go deep. But seriously, be careful, guys. It's a risky business. So let me get this into your bag to start us out. Damn, Sean. Sean came back and he's like, let's get some more. Kitty, I'm going to grab one of these. Oops, that's upside down. I'm a sub. Thanks, man. Thank you, everyone who's hitting that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Oh, I do not offer those because they're very bulky and heavy. Here we go, 10 packs of Shining Fates. Don't you feel special? Kitty. You're looking pretty sus over there, Kitty. All right, Sean Leon, good luck. Hit that like button if you guys are enjoying the new set, Shining Fates. And you know, the Battle Style set launches pretty soon. Launches near the end of March, right? And we're in March. pretty soon. What's my cheapest PSA card? Oh, nice. We start out with a shiny Rillaboom full art. He's a pretty good card. I like him. We got Floatzel. We've got Birdkeeper. He's okay. And Greedent. Don't forget the Greedent. I remember what I had today. I had sardines. I had sardines. Are they giving me a stomachache? I wonder if I had bad sardines. Oh shit, people are spending just dumb amounts of money on Pokemon cards. It's the pokey craze, man. I wonder if it will ever die down or if this is the new normal for the Pokemon card hobby. That's the big question. Is this just the new normal? Might be. We've got Ball Guy. I mean, I'm in it to the end. I really like Pokemons. Roly-Coly. I couldn't afford to do Pokemons for most of my life, especially when I left home, but I can afford to do Pokemon cards now. I'm all graduated. I'm done. All I have to do is get old. So this is a really nice hobby, and I can see myself staying in this hobby for a very long time. I do like having my hobbies. All right, it looks like that shiny Rillaboom and the Birdkeeper full art are going to be your main hits. He says, I'm afraid it might go down. Well, you know, they announced the remakes of, well, I guess the Chibi remakes or whatever those are called, of Palkia Dialga games, and then also the Arceus Legends. So the Pokemon brand's not going anywhere. They are choo-chooing right along. But maybe the high prices, I wonder if they can stay so high, so ridiculously high. You'd be surprised at how much money is in the world. Even if you and I aren't super wealthy, there's people out there who kind of are. You forget there's kind of a wealthy middle class in the United States, and they're doing all right. Not me. I wasn't from a wealthy middle class. We struggled. Probably because we had 11 kids. Joseph Johnson, he said, 3 Shining Fates. I do not have a bag. Thank you for letting me know. What did you go to school for, big dog? I went to school. I was homeschooled, actually. So my parents were all paranoid about the government, which ironically, I'm kind of paranoid about the government today myself. But isn't everyone today? See, back then, I don't think people had such a distrust of the government. Not as bad anyways, but my parents were super religious, and they were paranoid of the government, and they homeschooled us. So we were homeschooled, and our homeschool education was garbage. It was so bad. It was so bad you didn't learn anything. They tossed a book at you and said, here, teach yourself. Like, okay. That was homeschooling for me in a nutshell. But then I ran away from home at like 17. I went to community college, and I'm like, oh, what's this whole education thing about? So I learned a little more about how people really get educated in the local community college. And I got my associate's degree. It was just a Bachelor of Arts for business. And then I went to an actual 4-year degree, a college university, a real popular one where I live. And that's where I went after my computer science degree. So that's where I went for computer science. And I ended up graduating. So I'm all super educated, right? I'm so smart. It's funny, I don't use anything I learned, though, today. I just open cards now. Makes you wonder, I didn't really need that, did I? There's so much opportunity out there if you're working real hard. If you're working real hard. I think that having a good attitude about work is what really got me along in life, not school. But I guess, if I was going to be like a scientist, you really would need some of that information. I guess you could argue the things I learned about computer science would have helped me get a computer science job. It's all the extra stuff they tack on. I never understand that with the schools. They're always like, here, take this creative writing course that you don't need. Okay, how much does it cost? Oh, it just costs about $3,000. Can I skip it? Nope, you can't skip it. Not if, he said he said he doesn't have a bag. I even read it out loud, and I'm like looking for his bag. It's because I'm trying to talk and open cards at the same time. Easy to get distracted. Whoops. How about you guys? How are you guys doing in life? What are you guys going to school for? I want to hear what everyone here is going to school for. Do you guys know what you're going to do in life? Are you already out of school and employed, my age, in your 30s, maybe your 40s? I talk about myself all the time. I want to hear about you guys. Oh, that's my music paused. Where's my remote? There it goes. You're a teacher. How's it going, Emmett? Emmett, as a teacher, do you have any criticisms of the classroom? Because you have a different perspective. You're the teacher. I only know what it's like to be the student. I just got accepted into UC Riverside. Is that like a water park? I'm losing on my Pokemon because I'm not getting the hot pull. I'm sorry. 25-year-old roofer. Hey man, that's a tough job. Actually, stick to that. You probably make some money. I'm a meat cutter. You got to open your own roofing company though, once you're really good at it. Love to hear it, man. That's a good major. Might now be about the major, but you up the skills of attentiveness. You're a good business. You're a good businessman. I see it. I didn't learn any of that from school, though. Ironically, I didn't learn any of this from business school, that's for sure. You know who I learned it from? I learned it all from my dad, because he ran a home business himself. So there were all kinds of little things I learned from him, and those actually taught me how to do this. Almost everything I knew came right from running a small business with my dad. We were so poor, and I was homeschooled. So one of the things that was true for me was basically I was a child laborer. Okay, I didn't go to school. Kids in my street would wake up, get on a bus, and go sit in a classroom. You'd sit on your butt in a desk. You'd read some stupid book about, I don't know, something you're never going to do later in life. I would have to wake up, do a bunch of chores, because there's a ton of chores in a large family, and then I would immediately go outside and I'd have to help my dad run the home business while he was at his real job, because he was actually, what was he called? He was a type of electrical engineer that taught other electrical engineers. He was like an instrumentationalist or something like that. But he would have to teach other guys how to fix circuit boards, basically, for a company called Allen Bradley. And he wasn't home all day, so he expected me to run his business while he was gone because I was his employee. But I was only like 14 years old. So I was 14 years old doing all this stuff with a bunch of heavy equipment, actually. He had these massive band saws and planers and miter saws and stuff like that. And I was creating product, listing product, shipping product, and dealing with all the little problems that you run into when you start doing that every day. So I was like a child laborer, and he didn't even pay me well. He paid me like $3 an hour, and I would use that money to do what? Buy Pokemon cards. That's what I did. I'd buy Pokemon cards. So I learned so much from him doing that I never learned from school. And later in life, it's helped me tremendously. And it kind of shocks me because it was all for free. And it makes me wonder if I could do it all over again. Would I trade it? Would I not work for my dad and instead sit in a classroom in high school? I just wouldn't, I just couldn't give that up. It was way more valuable than being stuck in high school. All right, let's see. Way, way more valuable. We are next up working with Mr. One, who would like a metal Charizard. You got it, mister. Wow, you have a PayPal name that is just one name. How did you get away with that? It's funny. Most people do not get away with having a single name on PayPal, so your bag will actually be easy to identify. It'll be the bag that has just one name. Now, I want to make sure you understand how shipping works, okay? The way shipping works, Mr. One, the way shipping works, you have to go into the Discord and make a post in the Please Ship channel, okay? So if you want this shipped for free, that's what you'll want to do. And if you're just getting this one card, that's what you'll want, okay? Okay, just one. Woo. But you got all these people who, they're really concerned about child labor. And I feel like that's the best time to learn how to do that's the best time to learn how to do like good work, basically, is when you're a kid. You can learn so much in the right environment. Usually people associate child labor with abuse. It doesn't have to be that way. You could take a 10-year-old, a 15-year-old and teach them all kinds of interesting trade skills and how to run a business at a very young, you could teach them how to invest. And that's actually a huge advantage for them later in life. So we have a really negative connotation for child labor because of the past. But really, now that I'm older and I've learned that I didn't even need a high school education to graduate with a sophisticated degree from college, it has me questioning everything. Like, do you really even need high school? I'd much rather learn how to invest and how to grow my own company than, the powerhouse of the cell or whatever, right? Can I see the Lugia? All right, let's get the Lugia. That's right, we have a Lugia. Oh, look at this Lugia. That's the first edition Lugia from Neo Genesis. There's the double stars. It's got the same back as the first one. So you learn all this pretty unimportant crap in school, and then all the really, really important stuff that makes you wealthy, almost no one tells you. You have to actually go figure it out on your own, which is really sad. Mr. Emiliano. Hello, mister. 2 Sun and Moon base set. And if that's not true for you, if you went to a school that really got you ahead, I want to hear about it so that I have an accurate understanding. 2 Sword and Shield. But yeah, if I had to do it all over again, I would do it the same way. I would work for my dad. I wouldn't go to school. 2 Champion's Path. Because not going to high school didn't hold me back from finishing a degree anyways. 3 Unis. 1 Hidden Fates. All right. I went to school in a very low income area. Thankfully, my white privilege got me through it all. Bruh. What? Woo! What? I can't tell if that was sarcasm or he was being dead serious. Did you get all the girls, though? Well, I was homeschooled, and there was a homeschool association that was actually quite large. There were quite a lot of families. It was all over the St. Louis area, and I believe there were about 500 families. So there were cute girls, but we would flirt, but you didn't ever go more than flirting because it was a religious organization, and so, you know, you just weren't allowed to do anything. So it wasn't until I left home that I started dating. Started doing things, you know what I mean? I dropped out of high school. I'm now a parts manager for a Honda dealership, making a $70,000 a year salary. Very nice, man. Yeah, it just makes you wonder, did you really ever need college for so many jobs? There's so many jobs out there where I think job training is exceptionally important, but knowing Shakespeare is really not that important. You don't need to know Shakespeare. And that was one of the things I had to learn in school, by the way. In college, for my degree on computer science, I had to take a class that was basically 50% me just reading Shakespeare. And I look back on that, and it looks like a ratchet, man. It looks like it was just a hustle to take money from kids. Nobody actually needs to read Shakespeare. It's very good literature. Ooh, it's stuck. There it goes. Lunala. Ooh, Lunala full art. Nice, man. It seems a lot like a hustle to take money away from college kids who just don't know any better. They're not old enough to understand the world yet. They're not old enough to understand you don't need to pay a guy $5,000 to read Shakespeare. You could just go read Shakespeare. And I just don't understand how colleges continue to get away with that. And our government's just going to fix the problem for free. The government shouldn't be giving students money back on their college loan, because everyone understood they were borrowing money. What they should be doing is punishing the colleges for basically for price gouging and for scamming these college kids. So, you know, what they should say is, look, if these kids can't pay back their tuition, you're going to pay it back now, Harvard. You're going to pay it back, not them. And Harvard or whatever these schools, they would be totally forced to change their whole model in that case. Their whole business model would be focused around making sure that when you graduate, you have a job. That would be their whole business model at that point. But their business model isn't like that at all. Their business model is just to get as much of your student loan as possible. And I feel like we're not addressing it when we do debt cancellation for college kids. Oh man, you're killing it with these pulls. Look at this. Decidueye and Charizard GX. Awesome. Congratulations to Mr. Emiliano. You continue to have very good luck on this channel, I feel. All right, so their business model isn't focused on getting you a job. It's just focused on getting you in and getting your college money that you got from the government. And then the government just gets interest off of you. The government's actually charging you interest for trying to improve your life. It's so weird, you know, everything about it's weird. And the government should basically just be telling the schools, if they can't pay back their degree, you're going to pay it back. That's what, and then suddenly the school realizes, oh, now I'm responsible for actually making sure we're efficient and the skills are relevant, and the kids can actually get a job at the end of it. But they don't have that sort of accountability, and they don't have that sort of motivation just because of the way the system works right now. So, and the Democrats are always concerned about the system, but they don't want to talk about that. I don't know why they don't want to talk about how schools have no incentive to do things the right way and make sure people are actually given real job skills, real jobs at the end. Mr. Emiliano, how many times have I spoken about education? I talk about education like clockwork. It's one of the biggest financial problems in the entire country, in my opinion. It's one of the biggest problems, and nobody addresses it. The way they want to address it is just by paying off the student loan using taxpayer dollars. But you guys understand what that really is. That's basically your taxpayer dollars going to these colleges that maybe you didn't even go to. You didn't even go to it. Somebody else went to the college, had a little college party life for a few years, left the college, realized they went and got nothing of value from it, and now you're going to pay for it, and not the college who's responsible for not giving them any job skills. It's the college who did it wrong, not you. So why are you paying for it with your tax dollars? It's your money. You should take more of your own money home that you work for. There's nothing wrong with that. Or at least if it's going to be spent, it shouldn't just be a gift to these colleges that are already massively wealthy anyways. Can you imagine being the college administrator and, you're making like, I don't know how much they make. I don't know who's at the top of the chain of the college administrations and colleges, businesses that get run, but they're essentially a business. Oh my gosh, that's good. Anyways, that's just one thing I like to talk about. Mr. Steve. Hey, Steve. He says 1 large custom booster spot and 2 vivid voltage. You got it, mister. You gift your money to me. Hey, man, I really appreciate that. When you guys buy packs over here, I know the prices are a little pricey. So what you're really doing is you're gifting me some money. You're making a donation. And I really appreciate that. I don't take it for granted. And I promise I won't make you read Shakespeare either. It's your money. Use it when you need it. Call J.G. Wentworth. It's my money, and I want it now. You bought 104 General Mills cereal today. Oh, my God. Easy flip. Woo. Time to get pokey wealthy. Dude, it's getting hot in this room. I gotta turn the AC on. We're at that point in the time of the year where we're transitioning from cold and hot. And so half the day you need the heater on, and the other half of the day you need the air conditioner on in order to keep the temperature right. Asia Slash. Oh. I think one thing that's really, really changed when it comes to education is the power of the internet. You guys got to appreciate the internet. People didn't get cell phones till like 2006, 2007, maybe a little after. But so it's only been like 1 decade. And I feel like one thing that's definitely true for education, Cheese says, show feet. You want to see some feet, Cheese? Look at those feet. There you go, Cheese. So anyways, one thing that's true about education, I don't think it's kept up with technology. And I think everybody who's sitting at home right now having to do long distance education is just starting to realize how unnecessary school is for learning. You know what I mean? I think they're experiencing that. They're like, I can learn all this at home. Why was I ever going to school? It makes no sense. You just go there, get bullied, have pre-adolescent sex, do drugs, and then, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's probably not true for everyone, but especially the introverts are probably going, wait, this is way better. Why wasn't I just doing it this way the whole time? You know what I mean? And I don't know how that'll affect colleges and schools in the future, but yeah, it's interesting. Steve Herrera. Does he have a bag? He says, I do not have a bag. To remind chat that you might be on top chat. What? All right. Can we still make orders? You sure can. We are only 70 minutes in. This is going to be a 2-hour live stream, so we'll probably stop taking orders when we get close to the 2-hour mark. Mr. got that big toe gap flex. What? Do I have a big gap between my toes? Oof, somebody's got a big bag in here. We're going to put you up top, Mr. Sean Leon. You're up top now. Now we have Andres Ramirez. What's up, Andre? 1 large custom booster, 1 vivid voltage. You got it, mister. He says, I don't have a box. Nice to meet you. Am I streaming tonight? Yes, hopefully. Yes. You know, I can't stream like this forever, though, these double streams. Eventually, I have to start streaming Monster Hunter Rise, too, on my other channel, because Monster Hunter Rise is coming out. So I don't know, maybe we'll try to do 3 streams a day, which would be insane. But more likely what I'll do is I'll stop doing the daytime stream, or I'll stop doing the nighttime stream, one or the other. Just depends on which one's more popular. I figured because you're on pretty late. Okay, Andres, pull in, oof, just Alistair and Zygarde this time, mister. No one makes you stream, mister. You just like spending time with us. I sure do. I love talking, that's for sure. I love conversation. What would you guys change about education if you could change anything? What would you guys do to improve it? I used to talk a lot of trash on education. I realized ultimately I really want education to be heavily improved. It's not that I don't believe in education. I believe our education is not high enough quality. It needs to be way higher quality, way more competitive, more efficient and sleek and super smart. You know what I mean? So it's the other way around. I really think we need to try harder on the quality of our education. I would improve the food in the education system. Teach about finance and stocks. Yes, teach people to be wealthy in school. Of course, if you did that, all of a sudden, people in the upper class and the much upper class, maybe the elite, they would be worried that, now you understand all the tricks. Like, okay, they're just importing crap from China, way overcharging you for it, and then, they have you pay taxes, and the corporations don't really pay as much taxes, right? Stuff like that. You understand like a system a little bit better on how people actually obtain power and wealth. And if that was something you understood very, very well, it could be much harder to be and maintain wealth in America, to be wealthy and to maintain wealth. So Alex, I'm going to put you in the overflow box, and Andres, I'm going to assume he doesn't have a bag. Here it goes. You said you didn't have a box, but you didn't say you didn't have a bag. Mr. Andres, hope you got your Biden branded binder. All right, here we go. Quality is most important. I see that with my daughter. She is a 3.5 GPA student, but as a parent, I see that most of the time I am the one teaching her. Woo. Pay taxes to send your kid off to school, but then also you have to teach them anyways. That's what that sounds like. I think that school could be changed dramatically if you could send most of your children off to online school where there's only one extremely high quality and very well paid teacher. So you could effectively reduce a lot of lower quality teachers through the power of technology. You can say, well, as many people across America as we want can watch the best teacher in the world. So find out who are the top performing teachers in the entire country and get them, on a live stream and have most children watch that teacher and have a competition among teachers to find out which ones are the most intelligent and the most skilled at teaching so that we can determine which ones will be live streamed. Why are we doing that? Why are you stuck with the teacher that you're next to? The teacher that you happen to be born within the vicinity of, when you could be being taught by the smartest teachers in the entire country. Wouldn't that be much, much more efficient and better for your children if you could have the best teachers in America and maybe the world? Maybe the world. The number one teacher in America should be teaching your child, not Joe Schmo, the guy who grew up in your town. He happens to be there, so he happens to get the job. That's one of the things technology excels at. Technology allows us to locate the very best things and then to kind of get them trending or to get them to the top of an algorithm, right? That's what's so impressive about technology. And your children could be taught by the best math teacher on the internet. And that's really how they should be taught, in my opinion. Unless you really feel that they need to be physically in the same room as the teacher. I don't see why, though. The teacher just stands by a chalkboard and says stuff. So you can do that from a laptop or an iPad. Cheese taught me sex. The best teacher in the world, I hear. Cheese taught me sex. Mr. Glenn Andel says 5 live custom boosters. Oh, man. Good luck, Mr. Glenn. Government doesn't want the majority to succeed as it means a life of debt, money in their pockets. Here we go. We got holographic Lucario on pack 1. Now, the problem with what I just suggested is a lot of teachers would actually lose their jobs because it turns out they're not that competitive. Pack number 2 is 2 packs of tag team. Pack number 3, Stack Attack a Holo. Pack number 4, a round of 4 rares. And pack number 5 is holographic Dusknoir. Yeah, so what I suggested there would definitely be better for your child. However, there will be all these teachers who would go out of business because all of a sudden they're competing with the best teachers in the world. Looks like we opened, yeah, this counted as the 5th. All of a sudden they would be competing with the best teachers in the world. And that would be really good for you and your child, but bad for those teachers. So they would hate that. They would really not like for that to happen because it's all about job security for them. What are they going to do if they can't teach? What if your whole life was spent going to maybe like a college institution to learn something like philosophy, and then you get a job at the local maybe high school teaching philosophy or some related subjects, and all of a sudden the best philosophy teacher takes all your children away. He says, "Now they're going to watch me talk about philosophy online. You're out of business." Well, now you're out of a job and you've got no job skills. Your job skill is talking about philosophy, but now the children are gone. Your customer's gone to the best seller. And so this is competition in the market. That would be fantastic for the children, but not for the philosophy teacher. And I guarantee you that is part of the reason why we have not already made that change. Because the internet's been around since the 90s, and smartphones have been around since like 2007. So we've had time to make those changes, and we just don't make those changes. And it's because some people have some very strong interests in not allowing that to happen. You know what I mean? Some people have a lot of interest in not letting a system like that become the system for how children are educated. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be about, oh, I don't get to have my job, my local job. Well, guess what? The only thing that matters, the greater good, if you want to say greater good, is that the children receive the finest education in philosophy, not the most local education in philosophy. So why haven't the changes been made? You know what I mean? And that's something that you as a parent would have to bring up in your region and say, shut this school down, let my child go and get the best education. So Mr. Glenn, let's find your bag, Glenn. And they'll come up with all kinds of arguments like, oh, but the taxes, oh, but the jobs. Don't listen to that kind of stuff. Make sure that your kid is getting the finest education. You know, I bet the wealthy elite, they don't listen to those kind of arguments. They go, shut up, I don't listen to that. That's why I'm wealthy. Next up, we have Mr. Juan, who would like 1 Shining Fates. Good luck, mister. They don't get told how to think. The standard of learning is flawed. It needs to be updated every so many years or needs to be reworked entirely. Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, what I would like my kid to do, assuming I have kids, assuming I have them as soon as they can, maybe as young as 10, I would want my kids learning at the college level, like ASAP. Why are we waiting to learn at the college level? It makes no sense. Just send them straight to college. Why do we do the whole high school thing? Like I said, my homeschooling education was a joke. I essentially learned nothing in high school. I didn't even learn how to do algebra. So when I went to school and they dropped me into these sophisticated, math classes, I was like, I'm probably going to fail this. I didn't. All the material was right there. They teach you in the class. And if you ask for help and you open the right YouTube videos, you figure it out. All the information is there. And so why aren't we just sending the children straight to college? Cut out all these years of elementary and high school. Just go straight to teaching them really complicated stuff. Be like, figure this out. And I don't know. Maybe there are some children that already do that. I would want my kid to do that. Mr. Juan, here you go. I heard other countries teach their students really difficult math. Yeah, exactly. Just go straight to the difficult math. Why are you waiting? Mister, what's your favorite card from Sky Ridge? Ooh, good question. Definitely the Crystal Charizard. You can't beat Charizard. He continues to be the apex card. The crown jewel of Pokemon. William Curry says, hey, mister, can I please have 1 custom Charizard, 1 live booster? Let's get that custom Charizard. Here you go. 1 custom Charizard, 1 live booster, and live shipping. I do not have a bag, but I do have a slab, Misty's Tears. Oh, he's the guy who pulled Misty's Tears. It's William Curry. Boop. All right, look at that. You pull a Bulbasaur Topps card. Very nice. I think this one, does this one have, yeah, this one's got like a little flaw right there. I saw that. I was like, that's too bad. All right, Bulbasaur Topps and a Charizard metal card. You need to learn the foundations before learning the difficult stuff. Well, right, but that's what I'm saying. I thought that was how it was. And then I went to school barely knowing algebra and just went right through it because it turns out they can kind of teach you that stuff very quickly, especially with the YouTube videos. So you don't understand some of the earlier building blocks of mathematics, right? Well, they would just show you right there as they're solving the higher complexity problem, right? They're like, this is a formula. Here's some basic math rules. Get to it. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, all right, well, this is how it works then. To be honest, math, is it a lot more difficult than some sophisticated video games? Not really. Some video games are at least as difficult with some of the math. I mean, I guess if you sit down and play a game full of math, though, so it just depends on what game you're playing. If you're playing Candy Crush, that's not that complicated, is it? But if you're playing a game like Monster Hunter, you'll end up doing some math anyways. You see what I'm saying? So even just playing basic video games will force you to be intelligent, and it just shows you they don't take classes on video games. You just kind of figure it out very quickly on your own. School could be that way, but people find school boring, which is why they don't work so hard at it. All right, Mr. William Curry. Woo, let's get this shipped. He said, ship that card, mister. Mr. William. Hi, I'm new and subscribed. Where's my one Gym Heroes box break? I'm getting you one Gym Heroes right now. Oops. Push kids to the limit. Really, don't let them get away with having too easy of a childhood. Push them to the limit. Let children do dangerous things. Let them work. Let them work a difficult job. One of the coolest things my dad did when I was younger was he would actually take me with him when he was doing his job because I was homeschooled, and I could actually see him working as an adult. That was a really, I didn't realize it at the time, but that was really good. Another thing he did, he took me to that place, Hibden Hardwoods, and I saw all this industrial equipment. And I was kind of, I don't want to say inspired, but there was a sort of educational realization to the kind of big, heavy stuff you have to buy to run a large business. And that makes you less shy about buying something like that. You're like, Hibden bought it, I can buy it. You know what I mean? So just that sort of exposure, you don't get that exposure in school, in my opinion. I definitely didn't get that exposure in a $50,000 college experience. They didn't expose you to anything like that. But my dad did when he took me to Hibden. My dad back then, he was saying he wanted to run a business like that. All right, Mr. William Curry, let's get this card shipped. Whew. Dude, it is hot in here. I'm going to turn my AC on in a minute here, guys. I got to close my windows first. Yeah, let me go close my windows and turn my AC on. Kitty, what are you doing? All right, AC's on. Now, as for shipping this, we're going to put it in a larger box because it's such an expensive card. We want to make sure nothing can happen to it. some packing peanuts. Mr. William Curry, you are live shipped. Congratulations on pulling that Misty. Holy. I'm back. Okay, after William, we have Josue Bernal. What's up, Josue? Is it Josue? He says 4 rounds of Battle Styles and 1 Shiny Star V. Now, we don't have any Shiny Star V. Did you mean Shining Fates? I'll get you a Shining Fates, okay? So 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 4. Ooh, look at all that. Is Josue watching? Josue, we don't have Shiny Star. We have Shiny Fates. Is that okay? Kind of waiting for him to... He says, sorry, yes, man. Okay, perfect. Bye, mister. Have a concrete design test in the morning. Good luck, mister. Get an A. If you study hard, you will get an A. That was a really interesting thing I learned in school, is the reason people don't get good grades on their schools. They struggle with concentration. It's very hard to work very long hours. So I consider that a human skill, the ability to work many long hours. And some people got it and some people don't got it. I think it can be learned a little bit. But it's just kind of like working out, I imagine. Some people really struggle to work out, like me. I really struggle to work out. I don't struggle to work, though. I work many, many hours without getting tired. It's a great skill to have because it will put you ahead, in my opinion. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be working at Walmart. You could be working at Target. You could be at school. You could be in college. You could be graduated and working in a corporation. If you can work many, many hours without giving up, you will be one of the most valuable employees. It's a great skill. There's got to be a word for it, like grit or something like that. All right, look at these hollows. For Mr. Josue, will the English battle styles have 5 cards? I think they always have 5 cards, yeah. Oh, you're talking about the English one. I thought you were talking about the Japanese one. No, the English one will probably be like this. So the English one will probably be like regular Shining Face. All right, let's find your bag, mister. Bag name is Josue. That's why I pick up Adderall. Just give me a little bit of Adderall. What's up, CS man? How's it going, man? He says, man, I missed out. What happened, mister? Johnny, Joseph, Joey, John, Jordan, Joseph, Josh, Jorge, Jonathan, Joey, John. John, Jose. I missed out on the Gym Heroes box. What? Well, I don't know if you're interested. I have 4 packs, and I said at the beginning of the stream, if there's anyone who regrets not buying one, I will sell off one of my packs for anyone who's interested. Otherwise, I would just open it under my own name and hopefully pull a God pack. You know what I mean? So if you're still interested in being in the box break, you got a little bit of time left, just a little bit, because we're definitely opening it on Friday. You just pulled a Charizard. Congratulations, Brandon. Let's go ahead and refresh. Whew. Why does the camera look so poorly tilted? That looks terrible. What the? How do we, like, adjust this? Oh, there we go. That looks way better. He says, nah, could I trade my cards for it? PSA 10, Reds, Pikachu. Oh, I mean, I suppose that would be possible. You're talking about a trade at the last minute, huh? I don't know. That Reds Pikachu is pretty... I don't know. I feel like I'd rather have the pack, that's the thing. So if I had to choose between having your Cosmic Eclipsed Res Pikachu, which I could get off of eBay right now if I really wanted it, or my booster pack that's going to come out of an unsearched Gym Heroes box, I'd rather have the booster pack, to be honest. Because I have a chance for something, you know, pretty eventful, whereas I already know what I'm getting with the Res Pikachu, and again, I could just go buy them. So I have no doubt that the Gym Heroes pack will go up in value over time as well. I don't know how long until the Pikachu goes up further in value, especially if they end up printing a lot more. So those are my concerns about that. So we could probably work out a trade. I don't think I could do just a straight trade for the Reds Pikachu. I'm actually happy to have sold him, even though he went up in price after I sold him. So we're both in a good spot, right? Let's see. After William Curry and Husway, we have Mr. Noah Higuera. He says 2 Vivid Voltage, 2 Vivid, 1, 2, 1 Chump's Path. I would probably sell the Gym Heroes pack for cash is what I would prefer. Can you keep 2 Vivid packs sealed? If not, you can open. We can keep it sealed, no problem, man. Let's get this Champion's Path open. Zygarde and Hop. All right, well, nothing too crazy out of the Champion's Path. What about if I trade $850 worth for the pack? PSA 10 Res Pikachu and PSA 10 Japanese Rhydon, please. Japanese Rhydon. Ah, man. I'm not supposed to be. Yeah. Let me think about it for a while. Yeah, contact me in Discord about it, okay? So I can think about it. We might be able to do that. Where are those PSA cards? Are they on you or are they on me? They're probably on you right now. Mr. Lord Darkrai says, open my Vivid. Is this Mr. Noah saying that? Noah, if you want me to open these, send me another PayPal message for 1 penny, okay? Just to make sure that you're not impersonating the guy. He says, also, I have no bag. Okay, so you got them at your house. Yeah, send me a message on Discord. I'll think about it. I want to help you. It's really tough to understand the value of like a pack out of a sealed box, right? Like a pack out of a sealed box is very different from like a pack that you're buying from some unknown buyer. When this box gets unsealed, we know all the original holos are in that box, and that's a really big deal for being able to pull out something like a $5,000 PSA 10 holo. If there's a PSA 10 anything, but I'm saying you don't really, I don't think you get the same odds when you buy from a stranger. And so I really don't mind being in my own box. That's why I picked up so many packs. Yeah, I'll definitely think about it. It's hard to give up that spot. I really like it. I would probably give it up for just regular cash. But if you're giving me PSA cards, then I also have to sell those too, right? Which I don't need more PSA cards. I actually need to sell lots of PSA cards, not take on new ones. But I'll definitely think about it for sure. Mr. Theo Lang says, 3, Ultra Prism. You got it, Theo Lang. Did I tell you, Mr. CS Man, I'm trying to move. I'm trying to get into a new home now. We've decided where we're going to move, and we need to start selling off stuff, not buying up stuff, but selling it off. And because we're going to need a down payment and all that, and money for the movers and everything like that. So we're going to finally move. It's very exciting. What's up, fan? Sounds good, Lord Darkrai. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Mr. Jansen says, another wig pack. You got it, Jansen. Boop. We got Holo Darkrai, Holo Rotem, Holo Cursola, and Spinarak. Can you explain the custom booster packs? How's it going, William? We have 2 types of booster packs, the large and the live. Your live pack gets open right away. You wait in a list, but it gets open when it gets open when we reach your name in the PayPal list, right? So everyone makes orders on PayPal. Eventually I reach you, and then we open your pack. And the large booster is different. The large booster is on a reserve list. So these have not been opened yet. When this all the way fills out, then we start opening them. So the reserve list is different. That's the large booster. Pretty simple. Jansen, somebody made a donation. Looks like about a $10 donation. He says, Mister, you opened my eyes. I've learned more the last 5 months following you than I did 10 years in school. Smooth ya, I'm going out to change the world. Heck yeah, man. Well, go out there and be prosperous, at least. You know what I mean? Mister is off to Puerto Rico. I thought about it, though. I did think about it. I'm a little nervous about Puerto Rico because I feel like the Democrats have a supermajority. They might make Puerto Rico a state because it benefits them to make Puerto Rico a state. If they make Puerto Rico a state, then that state will have like 2 state senators or something like that. And Puerto Rico, because it's an impoverished country, will very likely vote Democrat because then they can vote for things like increased welfare and wealth redistribution. So the Democrats are probably eyeballing Puerto Rico and thinking about making it a state right now. If they do that, the things that are attractive about Puerto Rico, the low taxes, that will go away instantly because now Puerto Rico will be taxed by the federal government. And so there would be no reason for me to move there if it's going to receive federal taxation anyways. So maybe if the Democrats weren't a supermajority, I actually really would strongly be considering Puerto Rico. I would. Just for a while even. All right, that's a really long-winded way of explaining things over there. I've seen pictures of it. It's beautiful. I'm like, man, they got some nice... And it's cheap, too. You can get a really nice house for a very low price. And low taxes, all that stuff is so attractive about Puerto Rico. So beautiful beaches, low taxes, and cheap homes. You basically got me, excited to move there. But again, I'm concerned the Democrats actually will make it a state. You're from Puerto Rico. Very cool, man. $100 donation. That's not $100. That's about $10, and I really appreciate it. That's from Orphan Charmander. Thank you so much, man. That they messed up Logan Paul's plan. Come to Florida. Florida was on the list. I think I announced in the Discord, we're probably going to move to Lake of the Ozarks. We're already contacting real estate agents about it. That is the area we're interested in, Lake of the Ozarks. Okay, let's see. Mr. Sean Leon, he says, 1 live booster snipe, my bag is up top. And then he says, okay, thanks, bye. Here goes, Sean Leon. Whoop. You got Failings V. Mister, I'm from the moon. From the moon. Florida is so much better than the Ozarks. I definitely think Florida has a lot going for it as a state. Low taxes, warm weather, and sandy beaches. There's things about Lake of the Ozarks that also impress me too. I like the fact that the Ozarks, they're kind of hard to access. I kind of like that. There's a benefit to that because it makes it harder for people to try to steal cards. So security is going to be a big issue for me in the future. And I want to move to a place where it's pretty hard to actually get all the way out there and do stuff, you know what I mean? So moving away from society kind of helps you hide your cards away. And we'll be spending enormous amounts of money probably building a pretty serious vault, maybe like a whole room as a vault. And because I want to store some valuable cards with me. So I like that a lot. I like the fact that Ozarks doesn't have any hurricanes. They have tornadoes, but we looked at a history chart of the tornadoes that have passed through the Ozarks, and it's pretty small. They haven't gotten any serious tornadoes. Maybe they will when I move. That would be ironic. But they seem to get fewer tornadoes. The price of the houses out there are pretty affordable. Part of the reason for that is because there's not a lot of jobs out there. So people mostly buy those as vacation homes. And then finally, the lake itself is fantastic. If you look at it, it's this huge maze of lakes, and you can have your boat on a dock connected to your house already. And what people like to do is they just hop on their boat and they drive down the water to a restaurant. You can just drive your boat to a restaurant. The restaurant has boat parking. Can you imagine? They've got boat parking because that's the whole setup out there. So you got all these restaurants on the edge of the water, and you drive your boat to the restaurant, you park it, and then you go have dinner. So it actually all sounds pretty appealing. Lake of the Ozarks is safest from nuclear war. It's probably not a top destination, but many places in the United States are not a top destination. Don't take your Pokemons on the boat. Oh, don't worry. Mr. Sean Leon. Anyways, so the Lake of the Ozarks wasn't really being considered too much, but we've been aware of it for a long time. And we spent the last week and the last few days talking about where to move and doing a ton of research. And in the end, it actually looked very good. What about all those floods and disasters in Florida? Does TCC grading make cards more valuable? Oh yeah, TCC grading pretty much quadruples the value of your card. That is true, actually. Guaranteed. That's the TCC guarantee. Mr. Juan would like one more Shining Fates. Good luck, Juan. They tried to cancel Mr. Potato Head. Ah, man. I don't know why they couldn't just make a new Potato Head product. Why did they have to take classic Mr. Potato Head and change them? Couldn't they? Oh, nice, man. Big hit. Toxtricity, hyper rare. They could have just taken the Mr. Potato Head brand and created a new Potato Head that was genderless. Why did they take old? Is there anything wrong with being a Mr.? There's nothing wrong with being a Mr. So we're definitely pro Mr. on this channel because I call everyone Mr. Oh, I don't like this music. I call everyone Mr. by default. Okay, well, here's your bag. You got a nice card in there, man. Congratulations. Mistress. All right, we like Mistress too. Mistress is fine. Mistress sounds kind of sexy, right? Mr. Josue Bernal, he says metal cards. Oh, he wants all three of them. You got it, mister. See, I told you, I call everyone Mr. by default. And Charizard. Your bag's right here. Sweet. Hey, I'm a bit new here. I've been watching for about a month now. I was wondering how could I start purchasing packs off of the live streams. How's it going, Mr. Kush? So Kush, you need to get into the description and there's a link that takes you to our Discord server and it will take you right into the instructions channel. So go read the instructions in the instructions channel, read them all, and then you'll be ready, okay? All right, let's see. You know, I really don't have a problem with them wanting to sell a genderless product. There's nothing wrong with that. But does that have to come at the cost of making Mr. Potato Head disappear? He's like an iconic character from Toy Story, right? So Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head, they're actually from Toy Story. And they appear to be a man and a woman. There's nothing wrong with being a man and a woman. So I don't see why they have to cancel that to come up with their new product. They could have just made a third Potato Head. Maybe it could have been like their kid, and you could play around and decide the gender of their kid. I don't know. So they could have done something like that. I think they do have a kid. Don't they have a kid? I don't know if they have a kid product. Toy Story going to get canceled next. Yeah. Man. Is PSA going to decrease prices eventually? I'm pretty confident they will never decrease that price. If anything, I think they can raise the price and get away with it. Mr. Ephraim sent me a sticker. Look at that guy. That's such a cute, that's not a peach. That's a pear. Cancel Paw Patrol. There's a cup in it. Man, those little kid shows are creepy either way. You guys have heard my commentary on little kid shows. They're too soft these days. I want some creepy old children's fairy tales from like the 1800s to come back. They're so creepy. Give my children nightmare. This is the real world. Deal with it. Morgan John, how's it going, Morgan John? He wants 4 Champions Path. What, the Champions Path with a Charizard in it? Oh, no. Oh, no, we're 1 pack short. I'm going to have to open a whole nother box. I'll be back. Cancel TCC, it's win! All I know is when I was growing up, children's fairy tales were creepy as hell. And now they're all like, they're so padded and careful, they feel creepy in a new way. Like a delusional way. A bomb exploded. It was 80 years old from World War II. Did anyone get hurt? Was it intentional? Like, did they set it off intentionally? All right, here's the Champion's Path. I'm beyond happy. I sent in my cards last month. Oh, heck yeah, man. That means you didn't pay those increased prices. All right. 4 Champions Path from Mr. Morgan John. They found it and they warned the whole city, and then they exploded it. Oh, I see. So it was a planned explosion. It wasn't a bomb. It was electrode. How could they? We got Machamp. Do you know where I can get Shiny Star V for a good price? Kmart.com. Look for the Blue Light Special or the guy behind the alley at the Kmart. He'll give you a really big discount on cards. We got Ekans Machamp and Hatena Dreadnought V. He will give you a very large discount, but first you're going to have to do some things. I won't say what. He says, hey kid, you want some Pokemon cards? Oh, mister, I'd love some. Yeah, I bet you would. Mr. Morgan, I think you're over here. Wait, did we put you up top yet? Yes, we did. You are up top. I haven't opened up Pokemon cards in a month. Are you having withdrawals, or do you think you've broken free from the addiction? Andres says 4 Sword and Shield Japanese battle styles. You got it. You want 4 of them, huh? When do you get the Final Fantasy cards? Hopefully any day now. They haven't arrived yet. Maybe I should check my patio to see if they are sitting there. Sneep. I ordered them a little while ago. They just haven't arrived. You guys ready for those Final Fantasy packs? I know you are. Don't lie to me. We've got Stoutland. Look at this Stoutland. I messaged you. Ah, there it is. It was Albert Luke. Albert Luke, could you remind me what it was? Hidden Fates and Vivid Voltage. Got it. Hidden Fates and Vivid Voltage. So we're going to open those for you right after this. I couldn't remember who you were. That was the problem. Once we started. Andres. Here we are. Pulling out Stoutland. So first, let me see. All right. Let me go get a fresh case. I think we'll need a fresh case. Do I even have a case left? I don't even know. All right, fresh case. My only case of Hidden Fates. Kind of nice that Hidden Fates aren't the main thing getting opened anymore. Whew. Does Mr. have Shining Fates? I sure do. What's up, James? We got some more Shining Fates in today. All right, so you also needed a Vivid, right? Let's get you a Vivid. From a fresh box, let's see what you get. How's it going, Emily? Emily says, hello, mister. Hope you're having a nice day. So he was asking about first edition base set common and commons. Should you pick them up? Should you grade them? I would say not. You could use the same capital to go after holographic first edition cards, which I think is a better use. Now, you could buy anything for the right price. So if you're getting the right price on the first edition common and commons, then I would say go after them. They're really cool cards, and people do like them. All right, Shiny Beldum. They're really cool cards. They are worth collecting. They're one of the most collectible Pokemon cards there are, is the old sets, including the common and commons. However, if it was me, I would get something like a pack from a box split, because you're going to get common and commons anyways. Does that make sense? Except now when you buy those common uncommons, you're also getting a chance for a card that might grade for a huge flip. So how you spend what I'm saying is more of a conservative way of spending your money if you're just going for those, unless you're getting them for an unusually low price. So I would say no. We got Electric. Be careful. There we go. Because, again, they come with every pack of vintage, so why not just open a pack of vintage and give yourself a chance for a big score, and you'll pick up the vintage common uncommons anyways. All right, and this was for Albert Luke. Let's go find your bag, Albert. I can have first edition break now? You sure can. Bleep, bleep, bloop, bloop. There you go. Albert Luke. Second bag, question mark? Come on, get in there, Beldum. Wow, what a fun live stream. But you know what? We are reaching we're reaching 2 hours. Please, no more orders, anyone. We're wrapping up now. Mr. Jesus Levia would like live shipping and 1 live custom booster. Stack Attack a Hollow. Mr. Levia. He says, thank you, mister. No problem. I made sure that we got your valuable Hidden Fates pack out of a brand new tin to make sure you have perfectly fair RNG on that. There's Stack Attacko. We'll be offering those cool light-up keychains for sale on the next live stream after I've selected a fair price for them. Did you guys see this? How many people haven't seen this yet? When it comes to a live stream, people come and go, so we probably have a bit of a new audience at this point, but here it is. These are some glass keychains. They feature a lasered Pokemon inside, and when you twist it, it lights up. Yeah, pretty cool. And you can see that's Pikachu in there. How much? I think the price is meant to be like $15, if I recall correctly. So you got some Pikachu keychains. They're just a little knick-knack if you want to have a keychain with the Pikachu on it. It doesn't have to be only a keychain. You could probably just attach this to something cool and turn it on for fun. Okay, so it's fun in the dark room at nighttime. And I saw them, I was like, that's cool, we should have those. But we don't have a price for them yet, so they're not available yet. Only Pikachu, so there will be Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. There was actually a large selection of them, but I decided to just go with those 4 because I thought that it was a very popular group. But yeah, we could have had like Dragonite or Snorlax or something like that. So, but these, I'm just trying them out, gauging if there's any interest in them, and if they're popular, maybe I'll order some of the other ones, okay? Live shipping. So let's get you that live shipping, Mr. Jesus. Let's see if we've shipped you before. I feel like we have. I feel like we definitely have. Oh, apparently we have not. Okay, let's get your address then. Jesus Levia, I'm going to be using the shipping address on file, okay, man? So if that's not right, you got to tell me right now. Address that starts with 19. We're just putting the label together. Come on now. There we go. Alex goes, me, 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 me. What do you guys think I should have for dinner tonight, huh? I'm hungry. He says, yes, that's right. Thank you very much. How do I add money to my PayPal account? Gabriel, you need to connect your PayPal to your bank, and then your bank can make a transfer from the bank to PayPal, okay? So you need to attach your bank account. It's pretty easy, actually. Hopefully I get more shipping boxes in the mail tomorrow, because I'm using these other boxes now. I ran out of them. I didn't realize I'd run out so quick. All right, Mr. Jesus, you are live shipped. Thank you, Mr. Next up, we have Noah, who says, open the Vivid. All right. You know what, you guys, we'll go on an extra few minutes if anyone's interested in those keychains. Let me select the price on it right now, actually. Give me a second. I have to find out what I paid for them, essentially. That doesn't take too long, so I don't know why I don't just do it. Why show it off if you're not going to make it available? Come on now. Basically, I bought a very large order of them, so I have a lot of them. And when you buy a very large order of something, typically you get a little cheaper than if you sold it one at a time. And then you try to put a profit margin in there that makes it worth your time to sell, right? So, all right, now one more thing. I'm almost done. So we're going to make the keychain $14, and it comes with live shipping of your current bag. Will we do it that way? I'm trying to think of the best way to do this because it's kind of in a bulky box that has to be shipped, right? So it's in a box like this. So I tell you what, the way it'll work is you can order one and I'll write down on a card that you've ordered one and we'll add it to your bag, okay? That's what we'll do. So they're going to be available for sale. What did I just say? Did I say 14? They're going to be available for 14, okay? I'll write it down. I'm going to change this custom metal cards to knickknacks. Just cool little things. And we'll say new LED keychains. Yeah, so what'll happen is I will actually write down on an energy card that you've ordered one, and then I'll add that to the front of your bag so that I always know that you have one ordered. And I know I've been throwing out these energy cards the whole time. There's some. I probably want to have a few of these on hand. All right, so that's what we'll do. Oh, I'm sorry, Noah. We sliced the top off of your cards and we never opened them. Noah, you must be sitting on the edge of your seat. You pulled a beautiful, amazing realization. In the end, the wait was worth it. And your other pack, Magirna. Okay, oops, and Tornadoes. Sorry about that. Can I use your credit card? I need Pokemons. All right. Let me go get it. There you go, Mr. Noah. Are you glad you opened it? It had a Zacian in it. What a great card. Did I save the... Yeah, I did. So, yeah, I'll allow you guys to purchase one of those knickknacks right now if you want at the end of the live stream. So we'll just be open for an extra minute. Mr. has wares if you have coin. Oh, and the option is Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander, okay? Those 4 starters from the original Gen 1. You kind of have to tell me which one you prefer, right? I'll write that as a note. All right, let me hit save on that. Cool. Yeah, I'm like teasing you guys with it and then not even making it available. That's stupid of me. John Targus, he says 1 live custom booster pack for Mr. John Targus. Whew. Oh, Pulling around a vintage. When are you going to sell matching light-up sneakers? I remember those. I had Batman light-up sneakers. That's a real story. I had Batman light-up sneakers, and they had the little Velcro, so they were easy to put on and off. And when you stomped, little Batman lights would go off. They were pretty cool. Here we go, John Targus. Ooh. Mr. Theo, Mr. One Live Custom Booster Pack and a Rebel Clash. All right. Payless Shoe Store. Yeah, they went out of business, didn't they? They went out of business. Payless, more like pay nothing at all because they're not going to sell you any more shoes. Where do people shop for shoes now? I never go shoe shopping. Zatu and Dragapult. They were beat by Amazon, I bet. All right, and a One Live Custom, right? Good luck to Mr. Theo. Oh, Ditto V. You shop at Adidas, huh? Mister, still got keychains? Yes, so the keychains just arrived, and it's kind of like a test run to see if there's any interest in them. If there's a lot of interest in the keychains, we'll probably add something like Charizard, maybe Mewtwo, whatever Pokemons are most popular, maybe like Umbreon. So there's a few that I decided, no, we're not going to try those. So Theo, here we go, Theo Lang. Right now we just have Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Pikachu. How much is keychain pre-grading? $50. Gonna buy tonight, make sure you sign it too, please. I wish, but I don't think that would be a good thing to sign. It's too, like, there's nothing to sign on it. It's just this little small thing, you know what I mean? No room for it anywhere. Okay, so after Theo Lang, we have Mr. Josue Bernal, who wants one Shining Fates. You got it, Mr. Josue. Let's see what you pull. I need to put it on the TCC shelf. Oh my God. Galarian Berserker. Sweet. Nice pull. After that, we have Mr. God King Lunar, who says, this is God King Lunar. I would like 2 Wiki Packs and 2 Rebels. Mr. God King Lunar, pack number 1. Kingdra. Oh, you get a whole round of holos. And Q-Font Torchic. Very cute. Sorry, Mr. Still live, Mister? Yes, but we're not taking any more orders except for those keychains. We'll take some keychain orders if anyone wants them. Just because I showed them off, it wouldn't be fair. I don't want to give you guys blue balls. I don't want to give you guys blue keychain balls. Sneep. Is that the latest? Oh, the last Shining Fates. No, there's more. I happened to get an order in today. People put a pretty fair dent in them, though. But we should have some for tonight, so we'll be okay for tonight. Can I see your graded coin, please? Yeah, I'm not big on graded coins, but I have a passing interest in them for sure. The main problem I have with graded coins, once again, I'm concerned about the future of that hobby. You probably don't want to dump a lot of money in a shrinking hobby. I'm not saying that the hobby won't see new collectors, but if you were to compare it amongst all hobbies, maybe it would be better to focus your investments into the hobby that's growing the fastest. And you can see I have a few things, and here's the Morgan Silver Dollar. It looks pretty nifty, doesn't it? It looks surprisingly cool, makes you feel like you want one. So that's why people do coin collecting. There's clearly an attraction to it. It's like a Scrooge McDuck kind of thing. He swims around in a bath of gold coins. You remember that? It's kind of that feeling. You go, oh, I want to do that. Mr. God King Lunar. Sorry, man. Whoa, you got a really large bag. You can get that $2 live ship anytime you want. Hey, you can get free live shipping. Just tell me if you want it. I'll send it out. Sean Leon says, for the Kmart, hook up one live booster because I think I missed my last one. Listening in today. What's up, Sean Leon? What? What do you mean? Here goes. Shoot. Flygon. Sean Leon. Oh, you're saying that you missed the opening of the other one. That's what you're saying. Mario Sunshine music. That's right. We might have some Sunshine music playing in the background there. Sean, I think we placed you up top. Yes, we did. Sean Leon. And Andres Ramirez. Hello, mister. One Shining Face, two Champions Path. Yes, I have a bag. Okay. Just gonna grab one of these. And he said, oh, he said two Champions Path. Oops. Okay, there we go. Get out of here, Maximum Gold. Are you going live tonight? Well, I'm not going to be able to if I stay up too late over here. So we got to definitely wrap up. I got to be able to relax and get some other work done and have a dinner. Is this a really early or really late stream? This is a very late lunchtime stream. It's more like dinner time now, isn't it? Boom, we did it. Coin Economist, that's right. We're starting a third channel, Coin Economist. For the coin enthusiasts. How's Quip? She is doing well. All right, that's for Mr. Andres. Andres, I'm sorry, those polls aren't the hottest. She's probably waiting to come hang out, but she can't because I'm live. So we got to wrap up, guys. Andre Ramirez. There we go. Mr. James O'Brien. I'm excited for the Gym Heroes packs. Thanks for all you do. 5 Shining Fates. You got it, mister. Hey, man, I appreciate you buying 2 packs. You're going pretty deep. A few guys bought 2 packs, but not that many. So hopefully you see some hot pulls. But you never know. It's going to be all up to luck in the end, isn't it? I hope I get lucky. I'm opening 4 packs. I feel like I'm disassembling like crab meat or something. I'm taking these boxes apart and I feel like I'm on an assembly line. I'm like picking through or something. Here we are, 5 beautiful Shining Fates right on demand. Let's see what you get, mister. Sneak. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sneak. Pokey assembly line, something like that. I'm working that line. So Grookey on pack number 1. I can't remember. Did you have a box? I don't think you had a box. We have Yanma and Cramorant. All right, Cramorant. Everyone wants Cramorant. Isn't this card from Rebel Clash or something? I can't remember. No, it's from base set, right? Surfetched. Okay, that's actually a pretty cool card. Galarian Surfetched. We got 2 packs left. Rotom Decidueye. Oh, man. Come on, hot card. Last pack, hot pack. All right, we got a Choodle as well. Well, it wasn't a full art shiny, but it was another shiny nonetheless. There you go, Mr. James. Thank you for joining us again tonight, or today. We're going to go live again probably tonight, so I'm going to have a very short break, I think. Jason, James, Daniel. Oh, right, we shipped you. I've shipped you priority, too, so you can get your stuff right away. We want to test your address out, make sure your packs arrive safely, and that'll help us out for the Gym Heroes box break. All right. There we go. Mr. Ricardo Lopez, 1 keychain, Mr. The Charmander, please. So the way this will work, That didn't open the way I hoped it would. Kind of tore in a strange way. Oh, I should have used my scissors. I'm so dumb. There we go. So we got scissors. The way this will work, Mr. Ricardo. What am I having for dinner? I don't know yet. We're going to say keychain Charmander. And I'm going to go find your bag and put this in the front of the bag. And then when you order shipping, I'll see it and I'll get it shipped out with everything else. So that's how we'll do it. And if you have no bag, we'll start you a bag. This is under Ricardo. So let's go find Ricardo. Unless you have no bag. Reynold. Ricardo Gutierrez. We got a Ricardo Gutierrez. All right, one last place you might be up top. Ryan, Robert, Quentin, Pokey. Don't you love it when a bag can't be found? Let's see. Chris, Efrain, Hassan, Alan, Jeff, Jack, Eddie, Petty, Alex, Edwin, Follows Chot, Kara Nichols, Adam Moondorf, Lewis. I have a bag small to the left. Should have just done this the first time. Here we go. Sometimes it's hard to kind of parse through that box because the box is so out of the way. It's kind of far from my eyes, you know, so I'm looking really far at these crinkled up words. And there's so many bags in there, you know what I mean? Okay, so the way this will work, you've got the keychain with the Charmander, and I will simply add it here like this. And I tell you guys what, anytime you order one of these keychains, feel free to hit up $2 live shipping if you'd like it. It's just $2 at that point, so it's a nice thing. Whew. Sean Leon, hello Sean. He says 3 keychains, 1 of each. All right. There's technically 4 total, okay? So Sean, there's technically 4. And we're going to say 1 Bulbasaur, 1 Squirtle, 1 Charmander. This is for Mr. Sean, and your bag is up top. Here we go. So I'll put this in the front of the bag, and when I go to ship you, I know that you're going to need those to be added to the shipment. That way we maximize the efficiency of our shipping. We like to do combined shipping. Saves a lot of money. Better for the environment too. Jerry Turman says, 5 live custom boosters. I need a new bag. What do you guys think? I said no more orders. Should I allow him to do that after I call no more orders? Oh no, did I miss the gym box break? You missed it! So this is kind of a big subject, guys. When I call no more orders, should people be allowed to make orders on the live custom boosters? Because the reason that's kind of a big deal, it is kind of a big deal. The reason that's kind of a big deal is because everyone else might stop ordering from that box. And then if you're kind of like a, I'm going to ignore what you say kind of guy and make another order, then you really have no competition in the box. And that matters a lot if you suspect the box is hot. Now, I can't guarantee if there's a hot pull in 5 packs. There might be, there might not be. I don't actually know. But the point is this. Everyone else might be actually paying attention and being fair and not ordering anymore. And if one guy decides, well, I'm going to search the box now that nobody else is ordering, that seems like it would be not good conditions. So I think that the right thing to do would be after it's called, you can't make any more orders on the live custom boosters. And you will always know that about 10 minutes before the live stream is going to end, maybe 20 minutes, I'm always going to call it. So make sure you make your live custom orders before then, so you're not in a situation where you want to order but can't, okay? So Jerry, I'm going to go ahead and make a refund on that. And after I call orders, when I say no more orders, we're not going to allow any more purchases of the live customs, okay? Just to be fair to everyone. I think that's the fairest outcome. All right, there we go, Mr. Jerry. And then we have Mr. Stark, who would like a Charmander keychain. Sounds good. Take away the link after no more orders is called. That might be an idea. We could do that. I think it's only fair to do that because, think about it, some people are going to actually listen and not make any more orders, and then one guy's going to go, well, I think the box is hot, so I'm going to jump in now that it seems nobody else is going to jump in. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think we could do that. It's just that I'll warn you guys that we're going to call it, and you guys always know that I'm going to call it around 10 to 20 minutes, you know, at the end of every stream. I'm always going to call it. So be sure to get your order in before then, okay? If you're worried about being able to search the box, you know you've got a limited amount of time to make the order. All right, Joseph, where do we put your bag? Kind of come up with these. We learn about this stuff on the fly, you know. We learn about this stuff as we go. I ran into this similar situation earlier, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, is that fair for everyone else who pulls from that box? Joey, John, Jordan, Joseph, Josh, Jorge. Yeah, searching the box at the end of the stream after it's been called. John, how about over here? What we got? He says, you should probably put a sign up. You're probably completely right. So somebody mentioned to remove the link, the PayPal link. I think that's what we'll do. We'll remove the PayPal link when it's no longer available to make orders. And I apologize. I'm not calling you out or anything like that, okay, mister? So I'm not calling you out. I'm just thinking about how we should run things to be as fair as possible for everyone, especially when it comes to those live custom boosters. People probably pay attention to that stuff. All right, I think we're all done. I think we're all caught up. I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you, everyone who hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys later tonight.